What if I told you Kamala Harris, America's first female, Black and South Asian vice president, has lived in some of the most powerful and private homes in America? Homes dripping with history, luxury, and a few surprises. But here's the real shocker. There's one feature in her home that will leave you completely stunned. Could it be a hidden underground room? A secret passageway? Something even crazier? Well, we're about to find out. But first, let me ask you, what do you think a vice president's home actually looks like? Massive chandeliers? Gold-trimmed everything? You might be surprised. From an ultra-exclusive government residence to a secluded California mansion, Kamala's homes are nothing short of fascinating. But here's the kicker. One of them holds a shocking secret that most people don't know about. Trust me, once you see it, you'll never look at her the same way again. Are you ready? Let's take a tour. But pay close attention, because the biggest reveal is coming up, and you don't want to miss it. The Vice President's official residence. Our journey begins at Number 1 Observatory Circle, a historic estate tucked away in the heart of Washington, D.C. You've probably heard of the White House, but did you know this is where the Vice President actually lives? For decades, this mansion has been home to some of the most powerful figures in American politics. Secret political meetings, private gatherings with world leaders, and behind-the-scenes maneuvering. But here's something most people don't know. There's a vice presidential tradition inside these walls that only a handful of people have ever witnessed. What is it? Oh, we'll get to that, but first, let's talk about Kamala Harris. Redefining power, Kamala Harris made history the moment she stepped into office. As America's first female, first Black, and first South Asian vice president, her path was one of groundbreaking firsts. From leading major policy initiatives to standing beside President Joe Biden during global crises, Kamala didn't just hold the title of vice president, she redefined it. So you'd expect her home to reflect that power, right? Well, not exactly. At first glance, Number 1 Observatory Circle looks elegant, but understated. No flashy gold ceilings, no extravagant ballrooms. Just a quiet, stately home with a deep history. But don't be fooled. This house has its secrets, a quirky tradition in the vice president's home. As elegant as it is, Number 1 Observatory Circle isn't your typical government mansion. It holds quirky traditions, surprising history, and yes, a few secrets. Over the years, each vice president has left their mark on the residence. Take George H.W. Bush, for example. You'd think a man one heartbeat away from the presidency would spend his free time buried in policy briefs. But no, he built a horseshoe pit in the backyard and even had a quarter-mile jogging track installed. Because why settle for just running the country when you can also practice your horseshoe throw? And then there was Dan Quayle, who moved in with his young children. The house had to be renovated to be more family-friendly, with bedrooms redesigned and accessibility improvements made. Not the most dramatic change, but hey, every vice president has different priorities. But then came Kamala Harris and Douglas Moff. And this is where things get interesting. For the first time in history, something totally unique was added to the vice presidential residence. Any guesses? A mezuzah. That's right. Douglas Moff, the first ever second gentleman and the first Jewish spouse of a U.S. president or vice president, placed a mezuzah on the residence's doorway, marking a historic first. And if that wasn't enough, Kamala and Doug even hosted the first known Passover Seder at the house. Think about that. In a home that has seen some of the most powerful people in U.S. history walk through its doors, this was the first time such a tradition was honored. The secret underground bunker. Now let's get to the real mystery. There are whispers about a secret underground bunker beneath the vice president's residence. Some say it was built after September 11th, during Dick Cheney's time in office. And let's be honest, if any vice president would have a secret bunker, it would definitely be Cheney. But what's the truth? Is there actually a hidden escape route in case of an emergency? Or is it just another Washington conspiracy theory? One thing's for sure, this house has seen more than its fair share of secrets. And while it may not be as flashy as the White House, it's definitely just as fascinating. Kamala Harris's personal mansion. If you think this is interesting, just wait until you see what's inside Kamala's personal mansion in Brentwood, Los Angeles. Trust me, This is where things really start to turn heads. So what happens when a political powerhouse steps off the world's biggest stage? Where does someone like Kamala Harris go when the cameras stop rolling, the motorcade stops following, and the weight of the Oval Office is no longer just a heartbeat away? Kamala's journey after the White House has been anything but quiet. From vice president to presidential contender, she fought to make history again. The campaign trail was grueling, with long nights, heated debates, and a whirlwind of political maneuvering. But when the final votes were counted, the White House door didn't open for her this time. So what does a former vice president, one who shattered glass ceilings and made history, do next? Does she step away from the spotlight? Disappear into private life like some before her? Not Kamala. Instead, she moved to Brentwood, a neighborhood where power isn't measured by electoral votes, but by Hollywood's A-list, billionaires, and media moguls. It's a world where influence comes in the form of blockbuster deals and exclusive invitations. Kamala fits right in. Her new neighborhood is home to some of the most influential names in entertainment and business, like Gwyneth Paltrow, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and LeBron James. It's a place of gated mansions, towering palm trees, and tight privacy, where even the paparazzi struggle to sneak a shot. But the question remains, why here? Why this multi-million-dollar retreat? Inside Kamala's Brentwood mansion. Let's step inside Kamala Harris's Brentwood mansion. First things first, privacy. Unlike celebrity mansions with towering gates and flashy driveways, Kamala's home is discreetly tucked away from the outside. It doesn't scream, "Look at me." But don't be fooled. This house was designed to impress, just not in an obvious way. The layout is meticulous, blending comfort and sophistication. Spanning 3,500 square feet, it features 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. The space is perfect for both relaxation and hosting intimate gatherings. The house is designed to serve a specific purpose while maintaining a cohesive flow. Inside, the aesthetic is modern and warm, with towering floor-to-ceiling glass walls letting in natural light, creating an airy atmosphere. There's no over-the-top opulence here, just sleek, minimalist decor infused with personal touches. Framed photographs of her historic vice presidential swearing-in sit alongside cherished family mementos. Then there's the kitchen, the heart of the home. Kamala loves to cook, and this state-of-the-art kitchen is perfect for her culinary adventures. You can almost picture her here, whipping up her viral mac and cheese recipe. What lies behind closed doors? But here's the thing. There's a secret feature in this house that has everyone talking. Some say it's a high-tech panic room designed for emergencies. Others believe it's a secret meeting space where high-profile guests can gather in total secrecy. Whatever it is, one thing's for sure. Getting anywhere near it would be nearly impossible. Kamala's Brentwood residence isn't just a luxurious retreat, it's a stronghold. With a state-of-the-art security system, motion detectors, infrared surveillance, and a location in one of LA's most exclusive neighborhoods, this house is more than just a getaway. It's a fortress. The most powerful home in America? So the real question is, could this be the most powerful home in America? With top-level security, a hidden mystery, and a history of political powerhouses walking through its doors, Kamala Harris's Brentwood mansion is more than just a luxurious escape. It's a statement about power, privacy, and prestige. Is this simply a luxurious retreat, or is there more than meets the eye? You be the judge. That was a wild ride through Kamala Harris's world of power and hidden luxury. The secrets, the traditions, and that jaw-dropping mansion all make her life so much more fascinating than anyone could have imagined. But hold tight, because the surprises aren't over. In our next video, we're stepping inside Tina Turner's abandoned house, uncovering the sad truth behind her death and revealing the massive net worth she left behind. You won't want to miss it. It's going to be an emotional and shocking journey. Stay tuned.